Step out into the light, all my fellow feature outlaws, as this is Card Games vs. Humanity, and I am that aka Double G. Here with your weekly recap of the most fairly balanced trading card game you've ever known, Duel Monsters. So of course, if you enjoy your stay, don't forget that sub and that bell, and hit that like, and leave a comment telling me if you would start to panic if, I whipped out a blowtorch while we were dueling. But enough about that, let's head back to the duel between Panic and Yugi himself. An episode that I guess has no recap of whatever happened last time, even though this is supposed to be a two-part duel. You're like, seriously? No explanation of what Yugi's doing or why he's in this situation? Nothing? Alright. Also, where's the Reaper of the Cards? I specifically made a point at the end of the last episode that he was never attacked.
Panic enjoys breaking people down, making them sweat, watching them squirm.
For a second, I thought she was describing every wrestler's first meeting with Vince McMahon. Yugi's friends are scared of his intimidation tactics as Panic uses dueling as a way to hurt people. Taking a step back, I'm not really sure if it's a good or bad thing that he uses a deck of cards as his weapon of choice to hurt people. I mean, if I was like 8 feet tall, 500 pounds, and battle crazed, you bet your ass I'm swinging around a halberd or something. For some reason, the King of Yamakaze actually appears when it is summoned before slipping into the darkness with no explanation of its attack points. Oh wait, there's the Reaper of the Cards getting destroyed by the King's attack. Silly me. I guess I must have forgot the Spellbinding Circle has a built-in attack guidance armor property to it. What was I thinking? Then Panic says the same thing I said to my mom every time she tried to open my room door as a teenager.
Stop! Stop it! I can't stand the light!
Yugi skips Panic's turn and then activates the Swords of Revealing Light, a card so powerful that it apparently can make the side of his screen on his computer work now. Although frustrated at this play, Panic is confident that the Curse of Dragon can't defeat any of his monsters, the strongest of which has 2600 attack. At least we finally get to see their numbers now. Drawing the Chaos Shield card and playing it immediately, changing all his monsters to defense position, and somehow combining it with a Castle of Dark Illusions because yes, it's both a field and an equip card. Now with 3200 defense, how will Yugi ever hope to beat this bargain bin version of Ganon's castle? Maya's convinced that Yugi has no chance of winning now, but Bakura quickly puts that bitch in her place, saying that she has no idea how Yugi duels or let alone how to duel to begin with.
But after the way Panic beat Mai, I got no idea what Yugi's chances are.
This coming from the novice that beat her on his first duel, wondering how the man who has helped him win his duels will beat a man who beat Mai. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a pretty typical Joey thought. We're then treated to about another 3 minutes of shit talking between the two, as apparently Yugi knew that he was going to use the Chaos Shield card all along, out of all the cards in the entire game. Sure. And then we get some talking, and then we get some more talking. And then a little bit more. Did you know they're really good at that?
Shut up!
Well, maybe if you would, we wouldn't have needed 2 episodes for a 7-turn duel. Yugi continues to bait Panic, calling him a coward that can never win a duel with honor. Naturally, Panic responds like a true gentleman by shooting some streams of fire at him.
It's psych-out warfare.
Yep, gotta love those mind games. I remember back in the day how often my opponent would try to set me on fire during our duels. Really livened up the scene. Also, when the hell did he summon that monster in the front? That was not there a second ago. After about 30 minutes, it's finally Yugi's turn, summoning the Gaia the Fierce Knight, combining it with the Curse of Dragon for a whopping and ferocious 300 extra attack points. Panic talks to himself for a while, then oh, now he summons the Metal Guardian. I mean, I blame the animators for that, but like when the whole duel is just nothing but defense, I can see why they got bored and lazy. Yugi summons the Catapult Turtle, making a very manly grunt in the process because he knows the end is nigh.
That's a joke! You're nothing but talk!
No, that's just you. Literally like a third of these episodes. Also, wasn't there a song in one of these episodes? There's no way I missed it. Combining Catapult Turtle with Gaia the Dragon Champion, he raises the monster's attack points to a whopping 3200, matching the Castle of Dark Illusions. And while the writers decided for Yugi to do one of the most busted and broken plays in all of the series, I can kind of give them a little bit of a break on this one, because if they actually just used the Catapult Turtle's real effect, he would be ending duels in 1 to 2 turns. Like, my god, Burn would be so OP in Season 1. Yugi launches Gaia at the castle, sacrificing his monster, taking 1,390 points of damage, and destroying the castle's flotation ring, because apparently that's a thing. Panic laughs maniacally, confident that Yugi's attack failed and that he's about to win the duel because of it. Little does the ICP bodyguard reject know that this duel is already over once Yugi ends his turn, as the Swords of Revealing Light effect is ended. And because the castle falls on top of all of the monsters, they're destroyed immediately, causing him to lose the duel and all of his life points. Imagine if it was that easy in the real game. Panic goes berserk and activates Fire Spin at maximum power, engulfing Yugi and honestly himself in flames that look like they're about 80 feet tall. So is anyone going to explain to me why he wasn't affected by that? No? Why do we even fucking bother? Luckily, Yugi's plot armor, Millennium Puzzle, protects him from the fire and flames before we get a small glimpse of his destructive powers.
Hakai.
All of his friends rejoice as they genuinely watch their best friend vaporize someone in a not at all contrived scene where apparently the puzzle protected them all as well. Yugi offers to give Mai her star chips back, but she refuses because everyone is the enemy. Joey sees this opportunity and snatches them for himself, which pisses Mai off, but he offers to give them back immediately because he knows he just sealed the deal with an alpha move like that.
I'm such a sensitive guy.
Joey Wheeler, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe the biggest pimp of us all. Well, that's it for this week's episode. I want to thank you all for watching. As per usual, if you enjoyed your stay, don't forget that sub and that bell. Hit that like and leave a comment telling me if you think I made a mistake naming my cat after a character that looks like it probably could be a mini-boss in a Castlevania game. Tune in next week where we get the return of our favorite backdoor advocate, Seto Kaiba. I'm sure he has some wise words of wisdom to tell us. And of course, a shout out to all my patrons. Hey, patrons! This has been the man from Earth with all the girth, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry I just blew your ears out. No, I'm not. Love ya. And because the castle falls on top of all of panics. Water, please. Yugi is scared. Yugi's friends are scared of his intimidation panic as intimidation panic. Yugi skips panic's turn and activates the swords of a After about 30 minutes, Panic goes berserk and activates fire spent at maximum power, engulfing both Yugi and honestly himself in flames that look like they're about 80 feet high. 80 feet high. All I had to say was high. Just the word high. I'm going home.